Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pig City Podcast. It's week 3 and the place to be is watching football with Zachary. All right, I hated the poem, but I'm one of your hosts, Zachary Ivy. Over beside me is my good, longtime friend, wonderful pal, Alexander Walker. Alexander, how you feeling today?
Feeling good until I heard that poem you just tried to give to the people. I mean, that was awful, bro. Like, what is going on?
I don't know, bro. You didn't know
gosh.
I'm
Don't
a
quit your day
poet.
job for that. That's all I gotta say.
I'm a poet and didn't know it, bro. I can make a rhyme anytime. And our overall record, speaking of quitting day jobs, is for our Sunday picks, which is the first things we're going to highlight today. I am a dead even 500, 3-3, and you are 4-2. Congrats to you on being plus 500 through 2 weeks. And then our primetime records, which again, y'all can see the Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night clips themselves. You are 6-2, Alexander. So make sure y'all stay tuned to the end of this or watch the Sunday night clip separately for Alexander. And I'm 4-4 as well. So I'm dead even. This is kind of where tide starts shifting one way or the other. I'm feeling overall pretty good. I think I'm seeing the board clearly. I'm like locked in. I'm ready to go. And then I see the games and the matchups this week, Alexander. How are you feeling as you looked at this overall spread?
To be quite honest with you, I mean, we've already put it out there. The people's probably already hopefully seen it at this point, the Thursday night football. But, like, you got to do the primetime. It's what we came up with. But if I was to pick a game, I'm not picking that Miami-Buffalo game as one of my picks just because the line's so big. Like, that's a scary line. And then I get to looking at these where we got to pick 3, and I had 2 that just, like, popped out. I was like, yeah.
Ooh.
And then for the third one, I was like, I don't know if I really believe that. And I saw another one. I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? I just kept going back and forth. And finally, I was like, screw it. Throw them both out. We're going another route. So, yeah. If I miss one, it's because I really didn't know what to do with my third one. But
I love everything
the
you
other
said.
2, fully confident in. I mean, at this point, I'm about guaranteed to go 2-1. So, y'all just pick the one you don't believe in, I guess, and hope you're right.
I love that you said that until the end where you're like, well, if I don't get it, you're already put. That's crazy. But Alexander, since you are the current leader, again, your overall record, incredible job by you by the way, just doing an awesome job with all the picks. Your overall record at 10-4, as I am even 7-7. So that's overall records. Jimmy, when you listen to this, make sure you put that on a separate little thing. We need to add that as our overall records. So anyways, but our picks now, Alexander, since you are the leader, you do get to decide who goes first.
I'll let you start it off.
Okay, I'll start it off. I want to go with a game in which when people look at this game, they're going to see it and their first thought is going to be, that's a trap. That is a trap. That is a line that they're enticing you with. They think you're just going to pick the team that's better, the team that's won more games, a team that beat this same team twice last year. They're going to look at this and say, I don't like it. But what the betting public is going to do, Alexander, I'm almost guaranteeing this. They're going to go the other way. They're going to say, yeah, we're tired of the tush push. We're tired of seeing the Eagles get Jalen Hurts just get shoved into the end zone. We're tired of this. We're tired of that. Blah, 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 blah. They don't have a cornerback too. We saw Adoree get picked on week 1. They probably don't even know the guy's name because they don't watch ball. But they're like, this team, they're going to go up against Devontae Adams and Puka. They got a healthy Kyron who wasn't even used in the red zone. There's going to be so many reasons why people say, not only do I think the Rams cover, there's going to be Rams money line bets. But I'm here to tell you the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do what they do, and that's make everybody mad with the script that they come up with. They're going to play the run game. They don't have to pass. You can get mad about it if you want. Oh, they're just going to stack the box. Good. Saquon only has to break 1 tackle when he's gone. This team is different. Saquon Barkley ran wild against the Rams last year. Saquon Barkley is going to run wild against the Rams this year. Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown, going to find the end zone again for the second game in a row. He will break 100 yards as well. The Eagles literally run away with this one. They control the game, probably get a turnover as well. They take care of the ball. This is just a fandom, lock it in, move on, enjoy it. Thank you. You're welcome. That was a conversation for me and all the people that ride with me this weekend. I looked at this board and I just thought this has to be what I lead off with. So I'm glad you let me go first because I'm not always going to pick the Eagles. I'm always going to think they're going to win, but sometimes the spread gets a little tricky or maybe it's a bad spot or injuries or whatever. But this is a genuine, this feels like they want you and people are going to talk themselves to the other side. So I'm staying with the Birds. They're not losing this game, and they can definitely cover this. And that is a Philadelphia 3.5-point spread at home, wearing white at home, showing the Rams, hey, yeah, we know what happened when we were white against.
Yeah, I personally didn't pick this game, but I didn't pick it because you believe we're going to run all over them.
Yes.
I believe we need Goddard back to help block for the run game. Hopefully he comes back this week. And we need a healthy Dickerson. He's not himself, and it shows on film and everything. And that's why I
fair.
think the run game isn't working to this point for us the way it had been. We're not healthy where we need it in the key places that throw key blocks on the runs.
I mean,
So then,
Saquon has like 150 yards, and it feels like we're barely moving the ball. I'm just saying, I agree with you about the Dickerson point. That is a fair point. He's not 100%.
and I didn't like the 3.5 because I think it's going to be a dogfight, and I could see it coming down to a last-second field goal, and then a last-second field goal will not cover, and that's what scared me with this line. It feels like the perfect line to trap you one way or the other. It's like you said, it's a trap line to me.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any guarantees. I'm 0 for 1 on my most confident picks on the year, but I'll say this. The only way this doesn't cover is if the Eagles are just up 10 and the Rams have a backdoor cover at the end, throw a touchdown or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like a weird line.
No, these teams aren't in the same class. Like the Rams are like tier 2 in the NFC.
Hope you're right. Really hope you're right. I got a
Me-
feeling it's
me
going to be a slugfest, and
Me too, brother.
I'm going to be
All right.
sitting there like just stressing out the whole time watching the game.
We'll be together hand in hand. A full disclaimer, we will have the other games on, but this is one of those situations where this game's going to demand a lot of attention, and so we're going to have to go back and watch a little more of the 1 o'clock slate later on in the day. All right, Alexander, you're up, buddy.
Alrighty. My Pig City picks of the week, pick number 1 that I'm most confident in is got to be the Colts taking on the Titans. The Colts are favored at 4.5 on the road, but let me tell you what, I love this line. This Colts team, they are something. Daniel Jones is back. He looks great, and this is like, if you're the Colts, you can't lose this game. You're trying to make a case that you're here to compete, and you can't let one slip against the Titans. Yes, the Titans look better than they did last year. Titans look you look even grittier. You've shown it through 2 weeks. You've looked great. You've been basically able to do what you want when you want. The Denver game, it was a tough game. Yes, there was a flag that flipped it your way at the end to get you the win, but that's a tough opponent, and it came down to the wire. Now you get an opponent that you just got to take it to him. Just unleash Jonathan Taylor. Let Danny Dimes just throw little dimes across it. Tyler Warren probably going to have a great game. I mean, this has all the makings for them to easily cover, and that's why this is my first pick. That when I saw it popped out, and I said, yes, this is going in my Pick City picks of the week.
I thought you were going to fade yourself. The whole time, I'm like, he's going to go against the Colts now after he's been riding them. No, I mean, everything you said, I agree with. I retweeted, I reshare it, whatever you want to say. If the Colts are legit, like, this is one where, like, because if not, everybody's going to look back and say, oh, they're just kind of like the Saints were at the beginning of last year where they had 2 great weeks. I mean, again, only team to start out 2 games, they've yet to punt. And that's not like some weird stat where, like, they have a bunch of turnovers either. Like, they're playing well. Danny is efficient. Daniel Jones, shouts out, Duke University. I don't agree with you on this game, though. I think the Titans might win this straight up. I'll be honest with
you. Dang. Okay. Fading me.
No, that's not my pick. That's not my pick. I'm just saying that's why I didn't pick this, because this is not a Colts hate pick. This is a, hey, this seems like one of the hottest, most fun. Everybody's starting to say, hey, the Colts. Texans are 0-2. Can they win this division? And then you look next week and you're like, oh, remember when the Colts started 2-0? It just scares me. They win this week convincingly. It's going to be a real fight for this division. So, Alexander, who's up next? Do you want to switch back to me or come back to you? It's your choice because you're the leader. We'll just do it like golf, like whoever did best on the last hole goes first. So it doesn't have to be overall record, but you did better last week.
All right, I'll go next. Okay. And you can go 2 in a row. We'll go snake. My next Pig City picks of the week, pick number 2 that popped out that I was like, there's no way. Like, do they know something I don't know? Because I just do not understand why this team is not the favorite in this matchup. And the matchup I'm talking about is the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville is at home. I get that. But Jacksonville is favored at 1.5. And to me, Houston, they're the better team. I get they had a tough loss last week, but it was against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a good team. Houston hasn't fully got the offense going, but their defense is tough. And if you're telling me that they have a tough defense and then the other opposing team has Trevor Lawrence at quarterback, I'm going to take the tough defense to win that matchup every single time. And basically, they made this almost a pick 'em. So, like, give me Houston all day as the underdogs. I love this pick, and it's going to be a great game. And it really wouldn't surprise me if Nico gets going. He ain't looked himself. Houston really ain't got any other receiver going. I mean, Christian Kirk might come back this week. I mean, Christian Kirk comes back, revenge game against Jaguars with Houston. I mean,
The only other, also want to say this is my second pick as well, so I can pick my last game and then flip back to you. I 100% agree with this should be the Houston Texans. They're a better football team. The Jags, weirdly, I kind of like their pass game, but the revenge part of this we're not looking at. It's Trevor Lawrence against the Texans. And this is where last year, Al-Shaair, we can debate the dirtiness of it if we want, but at very least, not a super clean, friendly hit on Trevor Lawrence to kind of end his season. And so, that's in the back of the Jags' mind. That's in Trevor Lawrence's mind. But it's also in the Texans' mind that, hey, we are the bullies in this matchup. And you mentioned Nico looked great on the first drive last week. And it's like, oh, here we go. And then just kind of wasn't really seen to be there. But here's why the Texans are going to win this game and cover it easily. The Houston Texans are still going to win this division. They're not starting out 0-3. That's the simple math of thankfully they're not playing one of the upper echelon elite teams where I have to really make a decision. But just close your eyes and picture, the Houston Texans are going to win this division. They're going to be 0-3? No. So I still fully believe they're winning this division. I still believe they're a complete defense. Their offensive line is bad. It's shaky. Their offense is inconsistent, but they're going to do enough. I like Marks had a few better touches. Chubb had a couple runs where he looked not like Chubb, but he looked like a little healthier of a back. Yeah, I think Houston kind of shows Jacksonville like, hey, you can be all you want, but you're kind of like the Miami Light of this division. Like you're salt, you're a finesse team. We're gonna bully you. So love that pick from you. All right, I'll go ahead and go to my last one, even though I kind of just picked that, but I'll go to the last one, Alexander. And this is the one where people are going to call me out. People are going to say I'm a hater. People are going to say that I am biased. People are going to call me all kinds of things and think I'm crazy because I have the Las Vegas Raiders facing the Washington Commanders. And the Commanders in this game are a 3.5-point favorite with a quarterback who is kind of banged up, officially ruled as questionable, even if he plays. I don't like an immobile Jaden Daniels. Okay. And I love Pete Carroll as a head coach. And if you stayed up, East Coast people, shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to us. We did it. If you watched that Monday night game, you saw a Raiders team that looked unprepared. They looked not coached well. You saw a rookie running back missing blocking assignments, saying he needs to get the ball more. You saw Geno Smith indoors throwing 3 interceptions. You saw a Pete Carroll team look the most undisciplined Pete Carroll way. And I'm willing to believe that's the outlier and not the other way around, that he's old, he's watched all these other storylines. I saw somebody, it did make me laugh. They're like, hey, Gino, maybe you shouldn't have wrote back. Just the whole thing. I like the Raiders in a bounce back here. I like the Raiders to win, to be 100% honest with you. But at least to cover, I think they just are going to be a functioning team. And the Jaden Daniels injury, I think it's his knee. Sure, maybe if he can play. I don't have the official report. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I know this: Jaden Daniels extends plays, makes plays, moves plays. And we saw the Chargers. Herbert had to use his legs several times too. If he can't do that, this could get ugly pretty quickly. The Washington doesn't have an identity on offense. They really don't. So I love the Raiders in this spot because this is I'm picking the Raiders after they look terrible pick. And this is how you stay in the good graces of bets.
I like that pick. I like it. I am curious, if Daniels gets ruled out, what the line does. Because I think that line is based off of Daniels playing as of right now at this moment.
Which also does make me think that he's probably going to play.
Yeah. But yeah, if it's a significant knee injury, you kind of touched on it. He's going to if he can't get and move like he should out of that pocket. You saw what the Raiders were able to get pressure. They just weren't able to finish the pressure and get sacks out of it. And that was the big difference.
Yeah, and this isn't going to be some Mariota Raiders revenge game.
Yeah. And we saw what last week Jacobs was able to just kind of run when he wanted. Yes, they were passing all over him as well, but he was able to just run it up the middle. And you're telling me, like, this feels like the perfect chance for Genty to get going, establish up the middle.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, to be honest, like, Genty will probably, if this game ends and he has 80 rushing yards and a tutty, it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, I mean, that feels like it. And this field is so bad as they're playing in Washington. This field is so awful, Alexander. There might be some dead grass out there. It might look a little blue to him, so he really might get going. Don't forget, Genty with blue turf is different.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
All right, finish up our Pig City picks.
My third and final Pig City pick.
I don't know what this is.
It is between Green Bay going to Cleveland. Green Bay is favored at 8.5. It's a big line. Cleveland, they looked really good, just couldn't finish it off against the Bengals. Then they go take on the Ravens. It's a divisional matchup. They look really good in the first half. Looked like they were there to play. And then it just kind of fell apart. Green Bay, on the other hand, through 2 weeks, they've looked like they could just do whatever they want on offense. The only issue is they just ain't been able to fully put away the teams. It's almost like they're just playing with their food. And is this a team that you can really get away with just playing with your food? And then I think about it. And the Ravens, yes, it wasn't pretty in the first half, but they kind of played with their food. You know, they didn't use Derrick Henry at all, really, that game. And they still beat them. I think it was like 41-17. It was a thrashing by the end of it. And if you're telling me the Ravens, not even being able to use Derrick Henry fully, could do that, give me Green Bay. Because Green Bay currently looks like one of the best teams in the NFC right now. So, yes, Green Bay, I think, can easily cover 8.5 against Cleveland. Cleveland, yes, I get it. They got Juckins back. Juckins looked pretty good in the snaps he was getting last week. But at the end of the day, it's Cleveland. Green Bay, they believe this is their year, and this is a game you got to come in and just dominate. So give me Green Bay all day.
All right, and that is your Pig City picks.